Hello. That was loud. I'm David Keeter. I'm a real estate professional. I like to call myself a real estate consultant, and I'm here to talk to you about credit. Today, we're going to do the deep dive into what is credit and how do we maintain good credit, / what can you do to improve your credit if it's not where you want it to be. I think the most important thing to know is credit is a game. Whether we believe in its value or not can be debated, but it is the reality we live with, and it is a game we are forced to play. So let's learn how to play it at a high level, so that we get out of it what we can. So, first and foremost, you're not stuck. If it is bad, it can be repaired. And it might take effort, but it is not impossible in the least. What is going to matter the most is your payment history. So the basics here is the FICO score, and how it is calculated is based off of these percentages. So these sum up to 100. So out of 100% of your score is determined on these chunks. The most important of which, payment history and credit utilization. What is payment history? That is, how often did you pay on time? Did you pay on time every time, or have there been times where you were late? Those lates are going to ding you, and they're going to hurt, because that is a large chunk of the factor in your score. The other large chunk is credit utilization. It is 30% of your score, and coincidentally, the best practice is to use less than 30%. Whatever your limit is, so if you have a $1,000 limit, keep that credit score under $300, not credit score, credit usage under $300. What that's going to do is keep this in a range where it's going to more positively affect you. Now, here's a myth that even I didn't realize until I was doing some research into this. You don't need to carry a balance on a card. In fact, having 0% utilization of your $1,000 limit, $0 borrowed, is good. It's going to actually help you have a better score. So pay in full is best for two reasons. One, 0% is good. It's going to help your score. And when you carry no balance, you're paying no interest. Credit cards obviously have a huge amount of interest. And in a perfect world, when you can pay down your balance to 0 and keep it at 0, that is going to save you money and help your score the most. Now, I'm thinking about making a video about budgeting. That's going to be an aside on how to get to the point where you can keep it at 0 without borrowing more than you have, but that is not for today's video. Length of history, credit mix, and new inquiries are all going to factor in, but they do not at all equate to this 65% of your score being determined by paying on time and utilizing the least amount that you can and keeping your balances low. Those are going to help you the most. What hurts credit? Late payments. It's going to hurt it every time. It's going to hurt it the most. 60 days is really bad. A late payment of 30 days, not good, but 60 days is bad. Maxed out cards, this falls under credit utilization. So a maxed out card is going to impact you in a negative way, because it's going to show 100% utilization, and that's a big hit. Closing old accounts. I actually fell for this one. Not fell for it. I didn't know it. I didn't realize what I was doing. I had an old card. I don't remember what bugged me, but something bugged me, and I closed the card. It was off my account, and then the next month my credit score went way down. Turns out that was my oldest credit card, and when I closed it, my length of history took a hit, because it was like a 7-year. I got it when I went into college. And without it, the rest of my cards were like 3-4 years old, so it really shrunk my average, and that hurt. But we make mistakes, we learn, we carry on, and we improve. Credit score overall. These are self-explanatory. Feel free to read them. This is, if I haven't said already, I don't think I did, this is a PDF that is yours to download. I have for you a link, and I'll put it in the comments. I'll pin it. You can download this. This is yours. It's free. It's a resource. Use it so that you can improve your score to where you want it to be. But this breakdown, like I said, self-explanatory, but the thing I'll highlight is for getting a home buying, home loans, 580 to 620. You can get a loan at a 580 to 620, but it's going to be subpar in the terms and the interest. You're going to be paying more in interest. There's going to be some penalty kind of stuff. You can get a loan. It's just not going to be the best loan. 620 and up Pretty easy for most lenders to find a loan type, work a loan. The difference then now becomes the terms of the loan to some degree. Different lenders have different policies, but in general, a better credit score, higher credit score is going to give you better terms, lower interest, save you some money in the long run when you have a good credit score. So it does matter. Credit repair is habits. It is truly nothing tricky about it. It's just knowing what's going to impact it and making sure that you are doing the things that are going to make it better. In general, auto pay is your best friend. If you are in a place where you can budget appropriately and you can set your credit payment to be statement balance every month, so that way it pays itself down to zero every month on auto pay, stellar. Obviously, at the very least, set the minimum payment. Minimum payment due, auto pay. Spend 5 minutes doing that, and this whole late payment risk goes away. Simple. It is habit, not a trick. Small efforts will add up over time. Unfortunately, credit cannot be fixed fast. Depending on your score, depending on the reasons it is not where you want it to be, it's not going to be fixed in a month. But it can be fixed in like 6 months. So the little things start to add up. You can jump a good 100 points depending on what's holding you back within those 6 months. It just depends on what's a factor and what's not. Can you pay it down faster? Can you get your credit utilization lower, kind of stuff. I've got down here some best practices for repairing your credit, including how to dispute errors. If you didn't know this already, you can track your credit report, your credit score really easily. Annualcreditreport.com. I think post-COVID, it's now, you can get that weekly instead of annually. But you can also go create an Experian account, a TransUnion account, and an Equifax account and see those reports. Find out what it's saying is holding you down and see if you can fix them or start strategically working to overcome whatever bad habit that is. But again, pay on time, every time. Lower utilization. If you have a $1,000 limit, keep it to $300. Look at that. Ha, pulled that out of there and it's already in there. Who would have thought? So you can deal with collections if you're in that phase. I won't dive into this too much, but in general, pay for delete can be your best friend. If you have an agency that has taken over a debt and is no longer with your bank, there are strategies and negotiations. Do a little Googling and you can start to learn how to do some pay for delete stuff instead of just being obligated to pay for the balance. If you need to build new positive credit, the one thing that we need to remember is do not keep old or do not close. Do not close your old accounts. Like I said earlier, my mistake. When I closed an old account, it dinged me. I recovered, but don't do it if you can help it. I learned from my mistakes. And limit hard inquiries. If you're trying to build your credit, we're trying to improve credit, you're going to want to see an inquiry as something that is very selective. You're not just going to want to go do this left and right. If you're applying for a car loan, of course you need a car, fine. But a home loan, same thing. But in general, just because Belk is going to give you a discount or Walmart's going to give you a discount, don't go doing a hard inquiry to get that 10% off on that one little payment. Not worth it. And then here is a 12-month credit repair plan. If you are sub 580 and you want to do some certain things, this is kind of talking you through going and looking at your stuff, setting up auto pay for all your bills, and then if that isn't you yet, go do that as soon as this video is over. Set up auto pay, minimum payment, regardless, minimum payment. If you can do statement balance, do statement balance. Reduce your debt, pay it down as aggressively as you can. If you haven't heard of the snowball method, look up the snowball method for debt payment. Focus on one, and then from there, once you've paid that one down, don't stop paying whatever you're used to paying. Take that and apply it to the next one. So you're already used to paying that amount out every month. Pop it onto the next one, pay that one down faster. And then if you got a third debt, take those now too that you're used to paying, add it to this one, and snowball your debt down. And then obviously build credit positive stuff. So, keep your utilization low, make your full amount and keep it secured. This is, self-explanatory if you know how to read. Regardless, I'm here as a resource. If you have questions about this or other things, my brain is yours to pick. I hope this is helpful. I hope you are going to be able to use this to make your life what you want it to be. So, best wishes in all your endeavors, and I'll talk to you soon.